Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, that was such like a YouTube intro, but hi. So today I'm going to be talking about some books that I'm genuinely scared to read. I don't know if anyone else gets like this with books or if it's literally just me, but you know when you're like super excited to read a book that you just like, you know it's going to be really good, you know you're going to love it, you know it's going to become a hyperfixation of yours, but you just can't bring yourself to read it. And you're like kind of scared of it because you don't know what your opinion's going to be on it. You don't know, like the hype is there, you don't know what the vibe is, and you don't know how you're going to feel about it. That's literally me. So I'm going to get into some of the books that make me feel like that, and books that I'm scared to read that I will read, but I'm just scared to bring myself to read them. So let's get into it. I don't have that many physical TBR books that I'm genuinely super scared to read, but here are some of the few that I've picked out. Let's just get into it. First one, Chloe Walsh's Binding 13. I have her second book too because I know that once I get into this, I'm gonna be like, where's the second book? So I bought them together at the same time, but I still haven't picked this up. I think I bought it like months ago or earlier in the year. This book scares me. I don't know why. I know that I'm gonna love it because everyone else loves it. This actually kind of gets mixed opinions. I don't know. When I first saw this book getting hype, everyone loved it, and then now some people are like, oh no, I don't like it, it's boring or whatever. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. From what I read so far, I read like a chapter or two of it already, but I put it aside because I wanted to read a different book. I'm a mood reader, so I was like, do I want to read this right now? Do I want to get into this world and like read all of the books? I don't know. So that scared me, so I put it back to the side. But I know I'm gonna love this. I know this is gonna become like a hyperfixation and I'm like really gonna love this, or I might hate it. I don't think I would hate this. I genuinely don't think I would hate this. Everyone says this is like their favorite romance book, and I feel like it could be mine too. I will find out in due time, but yeah, for the meantime right now, it does scare me, but I will pick it up. For me, this is reading like a fall book, maybe because it's like the start of school. It's reading fall, so maybe I'll read it in the fall time this year. We shall see. The next book is Shatter Me, and I bought this book a while ago. It's a dystopian. I love dystopian. That's what my roots are, is dystopian. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. A big part is that there's like 7 or something books in this series, and that's a lot of money to spend. So I haven't read it yet, I think for that purpose, but I want to know who Aaron Warner is. Everyone freaks over that guy. I think he's in the 3rd book, and I want to know what everyone's talking about. Like I feel like I'd love him too. I really want to know who that man is. The hype around this book, 3rd book with Aaron Warner, just the whole series is crazy. I guess I'm just more scared to spend a lot of money on a lot of books in this series. Not really scared to read it. I feel like I would love this actually because I know it's YA and it's just a simple cutesy, not cutesy, I don't know how cutesy it is, but like it's a romance, a dystopian romance. Like that's literally right up my alley. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. I've been holding on to this for like a year and I just haven't started this journey. I want to, I really do. Maybe I'll wait until there's like an Amazon book sale or something so I can get the other ones, but I know that once I read this, I'm gonna want to read the other books like right afterwards. We'll be waiting on this one for right now, but I'll read it one day. The next book, I don't know why I haven't read this. Once again, it scares me, okay? And it is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Malibu Rising, Daisy Jones and the Six. Love those books. I haven't read every single one of her books, but those 2 are like my top books. Love those. Love her as an author. Everybody loves this. They always say like, I wish that I could read it again for the first time. I have not read it. I have it sitting here. I already know what happens in it. I got it spoiled and I was like, well, since I already know what happens, what's the point of reading the book? But like, I should just read it. I don't know. The hype around this scares me, and the fact that I already know what happens, I'm kind of like, you know, put off from wanting to read it. But I know it's gonna be so good. Like I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's another one of those time period ones, and it like aligns up with the other ones because Daisy Jones and the Six is like the 70s, and you have Malibu Rising in the 80s and stuff like that, and this is like before that in the 50s, 60s. I don't know, actually wait, hold on, I take that back. It's an old Hollywood. Yeah, from the 50s. In the 50s, Louis Chauvinist in the 80s. I know that characters from this tie in with Malibu Rising and Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm looking at you, Mick Riva. I don't know, but I know that he's somehow in this one too. But I will get around to this. I still have the receipt in it actually. Let's see, when did I buy this book? I got it from Barnes & Noble in April of 2023. And it is still on my shelf and I have not read it yet. Once again, kind of scares me because the fan base and everyone loves this and I don't know if I'm gonna love it, but I already know I will love it. I don't know. I think they're making an adaptation about this too. I think they're making this either a movie or a TV show or something. So I have to read it before then so I can like know what goes on before the adaptation happens. I will read this. Someone hold me accountable. I have to read this in my lifetime. I can't just let it sit on my shelf. I will read this. Future me, pick this up one day. You'll probably love it. Next book is one that we've all been waiting for. I might be the only person who hasn't read ACOTAR. Don't kill me, okay? I'm sorry. Don't flame me in the comments, okay? I don't know if I want to start this journey yet. That is generally what scares me. This right here is the top book that scares me, that made me want to make this video. This book, ACOTAR, and the rest of the series. I know I'm missing one book. I have them all. And I'm scared. That's it, point blank, I'm scared. The hype around these is crazy. The fan base around these is crazy. Sarah J Maas is crazy. And I haven't read anything with Faye. I know that I will love this. No doubt about it. I just know I'm gonna love these. It's romantasy, okay? Everyone says this one's the best one. I feel like I'm gonna eat this up. I don't know which Bat Boy is in this one or any of them, but I have a feeling I'm gonna eat this one up because people say this one's kind of slow and you have to read this to get to the other ones. I just know I'm gonna love this. This is also one I'm scared of too. The whole series, I'm scared. Actually, you can add Throne of Glass and all the other Sarah J Maas books too, because I'm scared of those. Just, I don't know why. This series, they're like 8 books in a series. I think that's Throne of Glass. Also, don't have the money for that. That is crazy on its own. But like, I know the story is gonna be good. I know the romantasy is gonna be good. And that is what scares me. Having not read these, I feel like I'm missing out on like a whole world. But do I want to start this journey? Do I want to be like obsessed and have my like brain chemistry altered? Yes, but I feel like this is also just big fall vibes, fantasy fall, and I should read this in the fall time. I have a lot of books I want to read in the fall. I think I'll do like a TBR for the fall time because I have a lot of books like Dark Academia, just like gothic, that I feel like I should read in the fall. Maybe I'll make a video about that, but yeah, this book scares me. I feel like it'll become my new hyperfixation and it'll be my whole personality. I'm just, I think, scared to start that journey, but I do really want to read it. The next book is The Cruel Prince, and I've had this book sitting on my shelf for about like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know why I haven't read it. Frankly, it does scare me because the hype around this book is insane. Everybody raves about it. They say it's literally one of their favorite fantasy books. They love it so much, and I don't know why. I just haven't picked it up. This is before I like got into some fantasy. I think I bought this before I read like Six of Crows, Fourth Wing, and all of that. That's before I like kind of dipped my toes into fantasy, and people were like raving about this, and then they were like, well, there's not that much romance in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna like this book? I don't know. But why wouldn't I? Like, just why wouldn't I? I heard the writing in this is like perfect, the people perfect, the action perfect. I just don't know, I don't know, I'm scared. I think it's because I also read the first chapter, or like the prologue or something. I thought it was gonna be like whimsical vibes, whatever, and then she's like watching TV with fish sticks and ketchup, and I was like, hold on, what? So I think that also kind of like deterred me just a little bit, but now that I like know, I think it's like Faye's a different world, and then they take like humans from like the real world. I don't know, I could be misinformed. I haven't read any like Faye books yet, so I think that makes more sense now why she's eating fish sticks with ketchup and watching TV. I think that makes sense. But anyway, I know that the vibes here are great. Something scares me about this. I also don't know the order. I feel like people talk about the order of this a lot. Like, I think there was a novella or something that came out, so I don't know the order to read this in. I think that's also kind of like, not controversial, but like there's a lot of opinions about how you should go about reading this series. I think, don't quote me on it, I haven't read it yet, but I know it's really good. I know I'm gonna love it, and I know that it'll be good. But once again, guys, I'm scared. And the last book I have is Twisted Love. I've heard many things about this. When I first bought it, I heard good things, and now looking back, I think it has been like a year or two, I've heard bad things. So I really don't know. I think this is like a billionaire type of situation. I know there's Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. I've also never read an Anna Huang book, but people love Anna Huang, so I'm like, I don't know, you know? I don't know if I'm really scared of this book. I think I'm just less inclined to read it because I've heard things. I don't know, but billionaires, that's what this one is. I also have another one. What's the other one? I think I have The Fine Print. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Dreamland Billionaires. I have the first book. Also haven't read that one. I think I bought that like a year ago. And then everyone started saying stuff about it, so I don't know. I will get around to reading this. I don't know when. This is not like the top of my TBR. It's somewhere middle to bottom along with Seven Husbands. Mostly just because I think I bought it like a long time ago and I'm like, I've bought newer books and I think I want to read those more. So I will get around to reading this. Don't know when. It's gonna be there. So, but that is the last book I have. These are all the books that I am scared to read. Mostly just because there's a lot of hype around them and I know I'm gonna love them. So I just don't pick them up. I don't know. Let me know if anyone else is like this with books. Maybe it's just me, but I hope there's other people like me out there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I will do a TBR, a fall TBR, because I have a lot of books I want to read in the fall time. But also, yell at me in the comments if I should read any of these books, because I need some sort of motivation to. I am leaning towards wanting to read ACOTAR like in the near future, but I've also been saying that for a while. And also Binding 13. I have a lot of books to read this fall time, and just watch me not have any time to do that either. I always say that. I'm like, I'm gonna read so many books, and then I just don't have enough time to. So I think I'll make that video. But anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye!